Dennis, your verdict to that 3-2 defeat, your first away loss of the season, was that deserved, do you feel?
I think so. I think we had our opportunities, obviously. We haven't done too badly away from home against a reasonably decent side, or certainly their front three caused us a few problems, but I think it was our own doing today. You know, not enough energy, not enough tempo, not enough quality, not enough composure. And all of them things led to us giving the ball away sloppy, and it allowed their front three to always threaten us and put us on the back foot. So we've got to do better. You know, 3-2, I don't know whether it flatters at the end of the day, but we've had our opportunities today and haven't taken them.
You've just gone a little awry, really, with some of your defensive positions. They did really well early season, but these last couple of games they just looked a bit shaky. Has Tuesday night had an effect, do you think?
No, I don't think so, because I don't think that's had an effect. It's just been 2 games of football where we've gone behind and we've had to chase it. You know, when you're chasing games, you can get exposed at the back. Generally, we've been in front in football matches, and then we can stay nice and solid and compact. But when you're chasing it, you leave yourself open. But we've just gifted them 2 really sloppy goals. I mean, it's uncharacteristic for us last year to concede goals from a corner. We seem to be doing it a lot this year, so the concentration ain't right. You know, to score straight from a corner hardly ever happened last year. And then Kane's tried to nick it there. The fella's just rolled him. He's put a cross in, and Dennis has got across one of our defenders. I don't know who it was. So the 2 goals were really sloppy. They weren't really open play goals in a sense. So that's disappointing. But overall, you know, we've huffed and puffed really. We had enough opportunities. You know, away from home, we probably had 6 opportunities today and scored 2. You know, they've probably had 6 opportunities and scored 3, so that's the difference today. You know, we haven't took our chances, and unfortunately we've always had to chase it. So we've been strong when we've got ourselves in front and been able to sit in and be compact. But the last couple of games, unfortunately, we fell behind and we haven't been able to be as compact as we'd like to be.
And there's never a good time to concede, but a minute before the break must change the whole team talk at half time.
Yeah, you know, it's just frustrating, isn't it? Because you've got back into the game at a really good time, 5 minutes before half time. So now you've just got to stay compact, and then, you know, Kane's gone in to try and nick the ball there when all he's got to do is keep him going the other way. He had his back to goal, and he's just allowed to roll him and put a cross in. But no excuses there, you know, even though Kane's trying to nick it, the defence should still be switched on, but the cross has come in, we're on our heels, and the fella's got across us. I mean, it's a really poor goal to give away. And then obviously at half time then it's about trying to get ourselves back in the game. We want to try and score 2 goals to win the game. So it's difficult when you're chasing it, because they've got 3 up front. So anytime you throw one of the full-backs forward or he joins in, you're left in a 3-on-3. And as soon as they regain possession, it just goes straight down the side of you, and they're in a 3-on-3 situation. So even though they didn't make too much out of it, it still threatened us with their front three, and they're good players.
Happy with your new goalkeeper today? He didn't have an awful lot to do, and I know he let 3 in, but everything he did do looked pretty good. Yeah,
he didn't have nothing to do really. I think he had 1 save to make and picked the ball out in net 3 times. Their goalkeeper made 2 fantastic saves from Dale Saville, one in the first half left foot that he's turned round, and one that he's clawed off the line in the second half. So, you know, that's the fine margins. If those 2 goals go in, it's a different story. But I think at the end of it, I don't think we deserve to win today. I think there was too many, again, sloppy performances, and it's something we've got to try and put right.
A week ahead now, again, Gloucester next Saturday, but in the meantime you're hoping to get Mark Newsham some game time in an under-21s fixture, so that's got to be a positive.
Yeah, it's key for us, because it's probably maybe spreading through the team that we're finding goals hard to come by. We look at threat mainly from our set pieces and our long throw-ins, and in open play we're finding it a struggle to create too many opportunities. So if Mark Newsham can get back as soon as possible and give us that little bit of goal and sniffer instinct around the box, it will give everybody a lift, because like I just said, we're finding opportunities in open play without Ricky Miller very hard to come by. You know, we all know, including me, supporters and everybody, where we need strengthening, but unless somebody's going to come and bring a barrel load of money to me to go and strengthen, we have to gamble on younger players, because we just haven't got the money to bring in recognised people. I'd love to go out tomorrow and go shopping. I think the supporters know how much I like going shopping, but unfortunately I just can't bring in recognised players in the right areas to make that instant difference. So we have to bring players like Kane Felix and David Fallar and little Niall and Michael Hollingsworth and Danny Meadows. We've got to try and hope these youngsters can pull through for us. But it's difficult, week in, week out, to put in them performances and keep us in that top 5 is really difficult. Because, if people look at it realistically, probably us, Gainsborough, Worcester, maybe, Hyde are probably the bottom clubs financially in this league. So for us to be anywhere near the top 5, we're doing well. There's so many more teams that have got financial clout over us for one reason or another. So it's difficult for us. So they've got to appreciate the position that we're in, and the boys are trying hard. I'm trying hard to try and keep us where we want to be. We've had a great season last year, coming 6th, when we had 2 seasons of coming halfway and below, and we're trying really hard to keep ourselves in that kind of area in the league. But with our financial clout, it's really difficult. I'd love to take the 2 Harrogate centre forwards, or the 2 North Irby centre forwards, or the 2 Tamworth centre forwards, or whoever else it may be. I'd love to take them, the Barra centre forwards, but we haven't got that. We've got Dow, who's going to be a good player, but he's still coming through. So we have to work with what we've got, and people have to realise that you can't have a quick fix if you can't financially go and spend any money. So they've just got to get behind the team. There's no point, getting at him or getting at him, because they're young lads and it can send them backwards. So we've got to try and encourage where we can, and we've got to get behind them. We've still not had the worst start in the world. We've got 14 points. If we can win at home against Oxford, we're still only, we were 1 point off what we had last year after 10 games. So the main focus now is to beat Oxford, be 1 point away from where it was last year, and then the next game you can find yourself back 3rd or 4th maybe if we've got a win. So we're not drifting off it just yet, but we've certainly got to change a couple of things.
It's Gloucester next week, but I get your drift.
Gloucester, did I say Gloucester?
Oxford.
Oxford, no, we just lost to Oxford. No, Gloucester next week, sorry.